Hey folks, Sam here with Sam Wood Outdoors. Made it back to my room. Man, the wind has been freaking crazy for like 2 days. And then today it was just off the chain. I couldn't do a video or a vlog out there in the truck. I couldn't do it outside. It was bad. So here I am. I'm back to the room. I'm going to do it. This one's going to be kind of short and sweet and straight to the point, but I think it's going to get a lot of you guys thinking. And it's still within my goal of trying to educate people and maybe unite some people and change some minds. So I left you with that question: are you an anti-hunter? I put it out on Facebook so I could get some comments and see what kind of people think. I knew what it was going to be, and they were like, "No, I'm a die-hard hunter, and I'm through and through hunter, and I love feeding my family and everything else." And that's all freaking awesome. But here's the deal, guys. The true antis, the radicals, the PETAs, the Disney-educated dipshits, and all of them people out there that are trying to attack what we do as hunters and trappers and fishermen, they love to see us fight. They love to see us argue amongst each other. And I'm telling you, I get some of the stupidest ass people commenting on my stuff, and they're hunters or they're trappers. And I'm like, really? You are as anti as the guys that we all consider antis. So even if you're like this guy that comes on there and says, "Well, you trappers are just lazy and blah blah blah," and you're a hunter, dude, you're basically an anti-hunter. You're anti-conservation. If you're a hunter and you go, and this guy, he shoots a pig, and it's a big pig, and he shoots it inside of a fence, a high fence ranch, or he shoots a big elk, or he shoots a big deer inside of a high fence ranch. You guys will come on there, a bunch of people, and say, "Oh, that's not really hunting. You're in a high fence," and blah blah blah. Here's the deal: the act of hunting is being out in the woods, and just being part of Mother Nature and taking it all in. The kill is only a little bitty part of hunting, and we all know that. In fact, them same guys that are busting that guy's balls for shooting that elk or that deer or that pig inside of a high fence will be the first ones to say, when an anti attacks them, say, "I'm feeding my family and I hunt for the meat, and at least I'm killing what I eat, and I'm taking an active role in killing what I eat." What did you just say? You're taking an active role in killing what you eat. You kill what you eat. Blah blah blah. You're feeding your family off hunting. That's exactly what that guy does in that high fence. Come on, really? You just attacked a man and for doing exactly what you said you do when somebody attacks you. Does that make any sense at all? But the antis sit back. This is one of their classic deals to get us divided. If an anti sees an opening to say, "I'm a hunter and I think what you did is unethical," or "that shot was bad and you shouldn't show it," and blah blah blah, that's classic. They do that shit, so the rest of the hunters will start attacking too. It's kind of like when you shoot, you shoot a buck or a pig or something like that, and the other ones attack. That's exactly what they do to us. And you guys, I used to fall for it, and you guys fall for it every frickin' time. I've seen people they'll come on and they will tell me that shooting a coyote in a trap is unethical. What? What? I shoot him in the head, he's dead. But that same guy will go on a video when a guy shoots a coyote with a rifle and hits it in the ass and it's running around, spinning around, squealing, "Oh, that was freaking awesome, you killed that deer-eating son of a bitch." Really? Or guys will go on, and Chris Brackett posted a video. And if you guys haven't noticed, I watch Chris Brackett's stuff a lot. I kind of like the guy is just an amazing shot, and he's a pretty cool guy. But he put a video up of an antelope they shot with a Rage broadhead and split this antelope wide open, and the guts were falling out, and it run like 20 yards and fell over dead. And he just got beat up on that. And they were like, "Oh, that's, you're giving the antis ammo." First of all, who gives it? The antis are getting ammo from everywhere. Hell, they're even making it up. And you guys are worried about they're going to use Chris Brackett's video against us? Come on. The other thing is, Chris, this is his living. So he needs shock value. He's got to put asses in the seats and eyes on the on the TV. So, you know, that happens. So then, but you all attack him. And it's like, really? The animal went 20 yards and died. His guts were hanging out. Okay. I mean, shit happens. We just shot an arrow through him with a broadhead that makes a hole about that freaking big. His guts were hanging out. I know. He shot him with an arrow and it had a broadhead that made a hole that big. It went 20 yards. It was ethical. He killed that animal. He made a bad shot, but it was ethical. He killed it. He recovered it. He ate it. Why do you guys want to bash on him? You know, but then again, them same guys will tell, you know, there'll be a video of I think a kid shot an elk right in the chest and the blood just poured out of it. And then the elk stumbled and fell over. Oh, great shot, you know. Ain't much difference. But yet, you saw an opening and you attacked a man for hunting, fishing, trapping. You're an anti. You are a wolf or in sheep's clothing. And that shit has to stop. You know, Josh Bomar speared a bear. Frickin' went 30 yards, or 60 yards, something like that. Dude, he speared a bear. How freaking awesome is that? I would love to throw a spear into a bear. And I know Josh, and Josh practiced for that. Basically his whole life. He was a javelin thrower in high school. But he practiced and practiced and practiced with that spear. And he knew what he was doing. And yet when it happened, a bunch of hunters attacked his ass. And a bunch of antis attacked him. And he ended up, they changed some laws in Canada because of it. And I guarantee you, it wasn't the 4,000 signatures that got sent to Under Armour that pulled his wife's sponsorship and all that. It wasn't the 4,000. It was all of you people adding to it, pissing and moaning because a guy did something you didn't agree with. If you don't agree with high fence, you don't agree with throwing spears, you don't agree with crossbows and everything else, fine. But at least back the guy up the best you can, rather than run your mouth and cut him down and be an anti. Because you're just as bad. And that's how we lose, people. That's how we lose. We lost wolves. In Wisconsin, we lost the right to hunt and trap a wolf. Why? Because we didn't unite. The dog hunters were mad at the trappers and this and that. Really? Oh my God, they just keep us so divided. No, they don't. We do. You know, if a guy is out and he does it legally, it doesn't matter what your ethics say. It's what his ethics say. If it's legal, then God dang it, we all got to get behind it. We might not, you don't have to maybe you don't have to get behind it. You don't have to come out and publicly support it, but you damn sure need to shut your mouth and quit coming out and slamming on people. I was guilty of it. I'm changing because I see what we lose every single day because of the antis. And listen, guys, the antis are a very, very, very small group. We should be crushing them. We need the media. We need the companies that are building our equipment. We need the magazines. We need everybody to start uniting and fighting against these people rather than saying, oh, don't show a deer with a bunch of blood on it because you're going to give the antis ammo. Don't put an animal in a trap. Don't take a picture of an animal in a trap. It's going to give the antis ammo. Don't do this. Screw that. Do it all. Be proud of what you do. And the rest of us, let's support each other and let's crush them sons of bitches. Because you are an anti-hunter if you don't.